Well, this shouldn't come as much of a surprise, but word is now that China is building a secret spy base on the island of Cuba. This what, about 100 miles off the coast of Florida, just off the coast of America. This shouldn't be a surprise. Cuba, we know, is in the pocket of China. China will now be installing, I'm sure, all kinds of listening devices to try to spy on America. What we really need to know, though, is that China's already here in the United States spying on us with their secret police stations, and then, of course, inside the Department of Justice. So many cases of Chinese infiltration there. You know, I tell you all the time about the case of Miles Guo, the Chinese billionaire, the dissident who has spoken out so strongly against the Chinese Communist Party. He predicted the COVID virus being unleashed on the United States. He predicted the indictment of President Trump. And lo and behold, what happened? The feds arrest him on what I believe to be bogus fraud charges. Why did they arrest him? They arrested him because the CCP wants him. Well, Miles Guo apparently has friends in Congress. George Santos from Florida has just introduced the Miles Guo Act because they don't want to see what happened to him happen to anyone else in the future. Listen to this.
This is why I'm unapologetically pushing back on the CCP and calling on the House Judiciary Committee, the DOJ, and the Select Subcommittee on Weaponization of the federal government to investigate the CCP infiltration on the U.S. government and do all they can to free Miles Guo. That the CCP is accomplishing its goal of infiltrating the United States indigenously. And all the while, perpetrators, the real threat to the American people, are let out on the streets, and harmless political targets remain behind bars with justice denied.
Well, that is so true. And all of that was talked about over the weekend at the new federal state of China's 3rd anniversary celebration, where my buddy, Steve Bannon, a founder of the new federal state of China, along with Miles Guo, spoke about all of this.
3 years ago, no one envisioned Miles Guo in prison except for Miles Guo. He knew every day that either trying to assassinate him, trying to grab him and bring him back to China to rot and die in some prison or be executed and tortured, or it happened here. The only question before us is, what are you prepared to do?
Well, this is a question for all of us. And the reason I talk about this story is because it is a sad American story about how far our Justice Department has fallen and fallen into the hands, I believe, in many respects, of the Chinese Communist Party.